So in bookkeeping, you record all the transactions that occurred, if it's, with your expenses, revenues, if it has to do with your balance sheets and everything like that. And then you do your tax return after your financial year, right? So it has to do with things in the past. Whereas when you go to more advisory services where the industry, the accounting industry is headed towards more, it's a more proactive approach to accounting. So what it does is a lot of the times you can use your historical data and use that to make analysis, guide them more in their company and allow them to, improve their operations and actually improve the company. And ironically, the better the company does, the better it is for you as an accountant, because they'll be able to, afford your services. They'll be able to, use all this and help their business be successful. In that advisory role, analytical skills are very important, because you have to be able to use these numbers to forge a plan for the company to go forth. And on that part, another thing that's partnered with that is to have strong written and verbal communication. Because what happens is that when you offer these advisory services, a lot of the times you get to know more about the client, get to know more of the business, get to even know more about their tendencies, and you're an advisor, so you can only give the best advice to your clients. But at the same time too, if you know your clients a little bit more, if you can communicate well, then you would know, okay, this client, they probably prefer to speak verbally. They do not like to answer a lot of emails or anything like that. So you say, okay, let me set up a 2-week meeting with this client, so I can always remind them that, hey, we have to do this, we have to do that, right? So that's very important, things like that, soft skills. So it's not only the analytical skills, it's not just only the knowledge, but it's also the ability to, the interpersonal relationship skills as well. You have that advisory services, you actually get a sort of a bond with your clients, where you're like, hey, I really want to make sure that this person succeeds. I really want to make sure that, I do my best to make sure they have the technology, to make sure they have, the recent knowledge on the industry, whatever industry they're in, to be able to make the best moves. When you have a niche, you're able to become an expert in the industry. You're able to study the industry and know, all the, the recent news. It also helps you to develop SOPs, like your month-end closing process. It's the same. When you have many clients and you have the same month-end closing process, that it makes it easier for you, your team, the client. You have, okay, on this date, you want to make sure you do the inventory counts. So, you want to make sure that, hey, you have inventory software, but you want to do the physical counts so you can do some reconciliation if necessary, because you want to make sure what's in the software, what's in your books, and the physical are all the same. It's I'm going to use cannabis again because it's my niche. It's a heavily cash-based industry. So you want to make sure you have cash procedures in place, internal controls, make sure that 8300s are filed on time, different things that you might not really be knowledgeable about if you're in this industry, that industry, many different industries. If you focus on 1 or 2 industries, then you're so knowledgeable about it is that you can be able to create these SOPs and be much more efficient and help your clients as much as possible. And also build a network with other professionals in that industry that you can help each other. Always seek to increase your knowledge. So you do not want to spread out yourself too much. If you offer different services, you want to be an expert in at least one thing, and then you can find other experts, and then you can collaborate, because competition is from the past, collaboration is in the present and the future right now. So you collaborate and you're able to provide these services to your clients, because hey, I might be a tax guy, that might be my specific strength, but I'm offering also, FP&A services. I have somebody that's really great with that. I'm offering a service where, for cash flow forecasting. I'm offering, if it's a industry where revenue recognition is very important, you might have a revenue recognition expert on your team. You might have a cost accountant on your team. And then that will be able to, that way you'll be able to, you know, grow and scale and offer the proper services. You do not want to be a jack of all trades in accounting, because what happens is that you would not be able to offer, you know, the best. I would say you would not be able to offer the best in every specific service you're on for yourself.